Dear students, today our topic is analysis and interpretation of data. So what is meant by analysis and interpretation of data? We will see here in detail. So analysis is the process breaking a complex topic into a smaller parts to gain better understanding of it. So analysis means we are making into a small parts and for better understanding. For that purpose we are making analysis. So example, if you are collecting all the data, so you after you collection of the data, simply you are writing in one paragraph. So whether you can understand, so age, sex and education status and address, everything you are writing like paragraph, so it will not give any kind of understanding. We have to feel some kind of difficulty, that is complex topics. So for that purpose only we are doing analysis. It is a breaking a complex topic into a smaller parts for the better understanding. Then the data collected needs to be arranged and it should be based on the principles designed to meet the criteria. So we have to collect the data, after that we have to arrange according to the principles and criteria. That is the analysis and interpretation of data. Data can be presented like tables, chart, diagram, graphs and pictures. So we will see everything in detail here. Tables. After collecting the data, it has to be organized for analysis and interpretation. First step is tabulation. So we have to put a table. Then this literally means organizing the collected data in a table. Table should be simple one or a complex one. We will see the principles of designing tables. So we are having some principles to make a table. So first one is we should give a appropriate title for the table, which will be the self-explanatory. The title itself will give the self-explanatory. And second is it should be numbered. So you should give the number 1, 2, 3, like that. You should give the number to the table for its placement in the document. The next is each column and row should have clear and short headings. So every column and row should have a short headings. Then presentation of data must have a logical sequence. You should arrange in a sequence manner, maybe size or importance or chronological order or alphabetical order or ranking order. So like that you have to arrange in a logical sequence. So we will see an example. Here we are, this is the table. It has the self-explanatory title, that is socio-demographic profile of patient, and also it is having a number. So number 1, socio-demographic profile of patient. So by title itself it is clear that is self-explanatory. Then column and row each should have a subheadings or titles. So socio-demographic data frequency, this is having a headings, and age, gender, that also row also having the titles. So arrange it in a logical sequence. So we are arranging age from 60 to 40, then 41 to 60, like that we are arranging according to the sequence. Then under gender we have arranged male and female. So like that you have to arrange. So this is the example for tables. Next is charts and diagrams. Charts and diagrams are powerful media for expressing statistical data. So it grabs the attention of a readers faster than the tables. So tables is like simply it having a row and column, so it's look like not that much attraction. But charts and diagrams, it will grab the attention of readers. Those who are all reading, so it will grab the attention. And one must know what type of pictorial representation is essential to match the data under consideration. So we have to select the chart and diagrams appropriately. The selection is very important. So according to the need of the diagram, you have to select the charts and diagrams. Then next we will see about bar charts. So what is meant by bar charts, we will see with an example. A bar chart is a pictorial representation of a data using rectangular bars. So it will have a rectangular bars, and the graph is best used to compare two or above different categories. So we can compare 2 to 3 different categories. Then graph can be constructed vertically, x-axis representing the categories and y-axis representing the value of those categories. So we will see simple bar chart. So what is simple bar chart? So the simple bar charts are separated by appropriate spaces to give neat appearance and to take readers at ease. Simple bar chart. So bar means that is rectangular shape will be there. So it will have the x-axis and y-axis also there. Then here subtitle also there, distribution of the global population 2017 by continent. Continent wise we are giving the population, distribution of population. So in Asia 59.63% population were there, in Africa 16.59%, then Europe 9.89%, and Latin America and Caribbean, so in that 8.53%, then Northern America 4.8%, then Oceania 0.56%. So here we are having according to the sequences. So we can also compare from one country to the another. So that is the category. So we can compare the one to another categories. So from Asia to Africa, Europe, like that we can compare with the other categories. Then here also we are having x-axis and y-axis. This is about simple bar chart. Then coming to simple horizontal bar charts. This is just like simple bar chart only, but in this bar will be in horizontal position. So we will see here, this is simple horizontal bar charts. Here the bars will be in a horizontal placement. So only the difference between the simple bar chart and the horizontal bar chart is the bar will be in horizontal placement in horizontal bar charts. So here the same title will be there, that is projected population growth in selected countries, that is expected growth population from the year of 2015 to 2050. This is expected population growth. So in x-axis you can see the millions, and in y-axis you can see the country. So India around 200 populations are expected in the year of 2015 to 2050. Then Pakistan 82 millions and Ethiopia 80 million. The next is multiple bar chart. More bars are grouped together. So that is the difference. So here in previous slide we have seen only single bar, but here two or more bars will be there. It is very helpful to compare the differences. Multiple bar chart. So you can see here the population of India during 2001 and 2011. So in 2001 the dark blue color is there, and 2011 we are giving that light blue color. So blue color are there, so differentiate. So 2001 and 2011. So here 2 years we are gatherly we are giving. So first male in 2001 and 2011, female in 2001 and 2011, and total 2001 and 2011. So this is the multiple bar chart. So same here also we are giving the x-axis and y-axis, then population we are giving, and here multiple bar will be available. So this is about the multiple bar chart. Then coming to the components chart. So what is mean by component? So here only one chart, one bar, within the one bar only we will divide it into a two or more parts. Each bar will be divided into one or more parts. So we will see the example. Coming to components charts, here within one bar there will be the divided parts. Example, in India, non-EAG states and EAG states. What is meant by EAG? That is Empowered Action Group. So that is EAG. So we will see the India, non-EAG states and EAG states. So you can see in India we are having three parts. Within one bar we are dividing three parts, that is called a components chart. So within India one bar you can see the three color coding, that is 2011, 2001 and 1991. So this is the component chart. So same like title should be there in the component chart, that is activities of people from January to April 2015, and the bar will be there. Within one bar we are having a subdivision of 2 to 3 components, then we are having same x-axis and y-axis. So this is about the component charts. Then coming to pie chart. So what is meant by pie chart? A pie chart or a circular chart. So we can tell as a circular chart also. So circular statistical graph which is divided into different slices to show numerical proportions. So if we are seeing an example, you can come to know. This is pie chart. So you will have a title for that pie chart. The pie chart is in circular shape. So it will also have the divided slices. So 34%, 26%, 11%, 10%, 17%, like that we are having a divided slice. So 34% which indicates never. So never they will attend the religious services. 34% of people. Then coming to the next, 26% of people will attend the religious services once a year, and 11% of peoples will attend the religious functions once a month. Then next is 10%, they will attend every month. Then next is 70%, they will attend the religious services every week. Then 2% of peoples only will attend the religious services every day. So this is the pie chart. So you will have a circular shape, and also you will have the divided slices among that. So this is about the pie chart. A pictogram are simply an icon that carries meaning through its pictorial likeness to physical object. Pictogram means it will show by the picture. So we will see one example. Here the pictogram. So by the pictogram, by the picture, so here male picture is there, so human picture. So by seeing that picture we can come to know what is the picture indicates. So this is about the pictogram. Then statistical average. By using this calculation, this statistical average also we can analyze and interpret the data. So by using mean, median, mode, range and mean deviation, etc. By using this statistical average you can also calculate the interpretation or analysis of the data. For more reference you can refer KK Gulani, Textbook of Community Health Nursing, Kumar Publishers, and Parke, Textbook of Preventive and Social Medicine, Bernard Publishers, and Sample Registration System estimates the Registrar General of India, Ministry of Home Affairs. Thank you.